The drama in Genoa City reached another emotional peak on The Young and the Restless as the July 16 episode delivered shocking confrontations, risky decisions, and heartbreaking confessions. With Victor Newman pulling more strings than ever, Sally Spectra found herself forced into an impossible situation. Meanwhile, Nick Newman faced another dangerous test of his sobriety, while tensions continued to rise throughout the Newman and Abbott families. By the end of the episode, one thing became crystal clear. Every character is playing a dangerous game, and Victor remains several moves ahead of everyone else. Sally finds herself out of options. Sally Spectra has always prided herself on finding creative solutions, but this time, even her confidence begins to crack. After learning that Victor's latest business maneuver could completely derail Billy's plans, Sally realizes she can't simply stand back and hope things work themselves out. Billy remains determined to fight Victor at every opportunity, but Sally fears he's walking straight into another trap. Instead of waiting for disaster, Sally makes an unexpected decision. She requests a private meeting with Victor Newman. Knowing Victor's reputation, Sally understands she's taking a tremendous risk. The Newman patriarch rarely grants favors, especially to people standing on the opposite side of his family. Still, she believes this may be the only chance to prevent another all-out war. When Sally arrives at the Newman ranch, Victor immediately recognizes there's more behind her visit than simple conversation. Victor enjoys the power. Victor listens carefully as Sally explains her concerns. She urges him to reconsider his latest move, warning that continuing to target Billy will only create more unnecessary destruction. Sally insists everyone has already suffered enough and begs Victor to let this latest conflict end before more lives are damaged. Victor, however, remains completely unmoved. Instead of offering reassurance, he calmly reminds Sally that business is never personal, at least not in his world. He suggests Billy has made his own choices and must now live with the consequences. Sally refuses to give up. She pleads with Victor to think beyond revenge, arguing that endless retaliation benefits no one. For a brief moment, Victor appears thoughtful, almost sympathetic. But viewers quickly recognize the familiar expression. Victor isn't reconsidering. He's calculating. Billy refuses to back down. While Sally tries diplomacy, Billy Abbott is preparing for another confrontation. Convinced Victor is manipulating everyone around him, Billy refuses to abandon his investigation. He believes Victor's newest acquisition is only part of a much larger strategy designed to eliminate every remaining threat to the Newman empire. Jack warns Billy against acting impulsively. He's seen Victor win too many battles through patience rather than force. Billy appreciates the advice, but insists waiting will only make Victor stronger. His determination worries Jack, who fears Billy's obsession could once again cost him everything he's worked so hard to rebuild. Nick faces another dangerous moment. Elsewhere, Nick Newman continues struggling with overwhelming emotional pressure. Recent family turmoil, combined with Victor's constant demands, leaves Nick emotionally exhausted. A seemingly harmless situation suddenly becomes a major temptation when medication prescribed for pain is placed within easy reach. Nick pauses. The internal battle is obvious. For someone committed to protecting his sobriety, even one moment of weakness could have devastating consequences. Fortunately, before making a decision he might regret, Nick receives an unexpected interruption that forces him to focus elsewhere. The close call serves as a powerful reminder that recovery isn't a destination, it's a daily fight. Sharon notices something isn't right. Sharon has always understood Nick better than almost anyone. During a quiet conversation, she notices subtle signs that he's struggling far more than he's willing to admit. Rather than confronting him aggressively, Sharon gently encourages honesty. Nick finally admits the pressure has become almost unbearable. He worries he's constantly disappointing everyone, while trying to hold together a family that's slowly falling apart. Sharon reminds him that asking for help isn't weakness. It's strength. Her words provide Nick with exactly the reassurance he desperately needed. Although his problems remain far from solved, he leaves their conversation feeling less alone. Victor's secret strategy continues. Even after Sally leaves, Victor wastes no time moving forward with his larger agenda. Behind closed doors, he contacts one of his trusted allies and quietly orders the next phase of his strategy. The exact details remain hidden, but it's obvious Victor has no intention of changing course simply because Sally appealed to his conscience. If anything, her visit confirms his opponents are becoming nervous. And Victor enjoys nothing more than knowing he controls the board while everyone else reacts. Diane and Jack sense trouble ahead. Across town, Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins attempt to enjoy a rare peaceful moment together. Unfortunately, peace never lasts long in Genoa City. Jack receives new information suggesting Victor's latest move may extend far beyond Billy. If true, several Abbott family businesses could soon become targets as well. Diane immediately urges caution. Having watched Victor operate for decades, she knows underestimating him is often the biggest mistake anyone can make. Jack agrees, but refuses to allow Victor to dictate every decision his family makes. The Abbotts may be preparing for another major showdown. Chelsea offers unexpected perspective. Chelsea Lawson also finds herself drawn into conversations surrounding Billy's increasingly risky behavior. She understands his frustration, but worries his obsession with defeating Victor is clouding his judgment. Chelsea reminds Billy that revenge often creates more casualties than victories. Although Billy appreciates her honesty, he insists this fight isn't about pride. He truly believes Victor's unchecked influence threatens everyone around them. Whether Billy is right, or simply allowing old rivalries to consume him, remains one of the episode's biggest unanswered questions. Sally leaves without the answer she wanted. As the day ends, Sally reflects on her meeting with Victor. She entered hoping compassion might exist beneath his hardened exterior. Instead, she leaves realizing Victor rarely changes course once his mind is made up. Still, Sally refuses to surrender. If Victor won't stop willingly, she'll have to find another way to protect the people she cares about. Her determination may soon place her directly in Victor's crosshairs. Looking ahead, the July 16 recap sets the stage for even greater conflict in the days ahead. Sally's emotional appeal fails to soften Victor, Billy appears more determined than ever to fight back, and Nick's personal struggles continue to simmer beneath the surface. Meanwhile, Jack, Diane, Sharon, and Chelsea each recognize that the battles unfolding around them could soon become deeply personal. With Victor advancing his mysterious strategy and Sally refusing to give up, Genoa City seems destined for another explosive confrontation. If this episode proved anything, it's that every decision now carries enormous consequences. One desperate plea wasn't enough to change Victor Newman's mind, but it may have sparked a chain reaction that no one will be able to stop.